Hello, good evening, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. Hope you're all doing well. Tonight, we're going to go into our web application. It's called GovCon Core Apps, as you can see here on the screen. And what this application does is it helps small businesses navigate the government contracting realm, helping with market research, and that's kind of streamlining and saving some time. I know when I first started with government contracting, doing all the research and whatnot used to take days, sometimes weeks, because there's so much information out there, so much you have to filter through. And when you're first starting, there's a lot to understand as well. So we wanted to help small businesses navigate that a little better and give them a lot more information all in one spot instead of searching through different sites like sam.gov, USA Spending, FPDS, all those. We wanted to put it all in one place, plus some opportunities as well. So again, this is our GovCon Core Apps, and my name is Billy Welchman. I'm the CEO of Core Solutions Group, where we help our clients do more with less. And Wednesday nights is all about government contracting. So let's dive into our web application here, the GovCon Core Apps. All right. Okay, as you can see, this is our home page. It's kind of our landing page. And a couple key features in here, as you can already see, you've got a whole pie chart. So we have the fiscal year. So right now we're in 2024. It automatically defaults to that, but we can go all the way back to 2009. See what the government was doing in 2009. Of course, they're obviously doing a lot, but you know what? I really want to focus on this last year. So let's go to 2023 and see what all they did. Now you can sort the number of agencies, from all the way up to 10, narrowed it down to, 4 or 5. Recommendation is just target 3 to 5 agencies, really 3, because these agencies, as you might know, Department of Defense is huge. You've got the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, all of those. So really just targeting some of those agencies and then just narrowing it down from there. Okay, so you can search by NAICS codes. Let's just put in a couple in here. I have an administrative one in here. Let's just see. Let's just put some computer ones in here. Pick that one. We'll do this one. Let's throw a couple in there. There we go. So as you can see, each time I added a new NAICS code, then this pie chart was changing. And so is what's everything's on the right as well. So this pie chart, let's talk about it. So this kind of gives you a visual aid to help you decipher what agencies are buying what you sell. Okay, you can hover over it and you can see, so you can see the DoD or Department of Defense they bought $1 billion worth of services, computer-related services, office services, all that, computer software. And then you have your next biggest one, looks like Department of State. So you can kind of hover around those. You can also say, you know what, I don't want to see Department of Defense. I want to see what the rest of them are doing and narrow it down from there. Or again, you can come over here and let's just pick the top 5. So those are kind of some key features when you're filtering through all those. We're going to just leave all those up there for now. Okay, over here on the right is how much our agency's buying. So as you can see, DoD was doing $1 billion in 2023 for the NAICS codes provided. So for what we sell or what you might sell. So I click on the total awarded. I really like this feature because this breaks it down. So say, you have more than one NAICS code when you're in business. And so, I picked a bunch of computer ones in here. You want to actually narrow down which one are our government agencies buying more of, so you know which NAICS codes that you really needed to focus on. So this is what this does. It breaks all that down, the dollar amount. Okay, next we're going to come right in here to the Department of Defense. Anything in blue is a kind of like a hyperlink. It links you either to a new page, as you see here, pop-ups. You'll see later on that it'll take you to different websites as well. Okay, so in here, this is what we call the agency deep dive. This goes into, this in particular is Department of Defense, and it breaks it down even further to tell you, what sub-agencies are buying what you're selling. And again, you have a new pie chart here. You can scroll down. You can, as you know, as I mentioned before, DoD has a lot of sub-agencies that are all the way through it. And you can hover over there. You can see what the value is of each one. Down here, you can kind of do some research as far as maybe what department it might fall under, what they're doing. But I really like it over here. So on this right, you can see it breaks down by the NAICS code. So again, you can see what sub-agency is buying what you're selling, in particularly the NAICS codes. And you can just select those. Again, the blue hyperlink. Let's go into Department of Air Force. This is going to give you all the contracting officers, contracting specialists, all their contact information that's ever been listed in SAM. So some of them might have already moved on. You can also add them as well. Hey, Regina, thank you for joining me. So you can also add all these in as well, and or add new contacts. So if you come across an agency or even a project manager, you can add that information in, and this is relevant to your account only. Okay, let's move on. Let's go back to the home page. All right, so in here we went through, the pie chart, all of that. We're going to come on down. Let's find out, when are they buying? So, because we always want to know, when are they putting out these solicitations? When are they buying what we're selling? And as you can see, let's just narrow it down even further. So along the bottom here, you can narrow it down even further. If you want to just look at a specific time frame, you can narrow it down that way. So let's make it just a little bigger. So I'm going to actually get rid of Department of Defense. And let's get rid of Department of State and Homeland Security. All right. Kind of see a little bit more what's going on, because it looks like there's a lot going on there. But you can see Q4 is really when a lot of these agencies are doing a lot of their buying. So it's interesting. So you can, again, you want to follow the money. And so that's what we're doing here. And I mean, you can come back up here. Let's just, narrow it down to the top 4. And let's scroll down and let's select those again. Okay, so this is going to, give us an even closer view of, when they're buying. So if they're buying in Q4, you want to start targeting them in Q2 and Q3 and start really networking with them, getting to know them, and reaching out to them. Again, over here on the right, we have who are your potential teaming partners. This is one of our favorite pieces, is because you always try and figure out who you can team up with, who's selling to the government what you're selling as well. So you can see we've got some, pretty big heavy hitter here. We have Leidos. So this is going to take you into their business profile. In here, you've got, their company information. Some of them we actually have point of contacts now. And if they have any certifications. Down here is the contracts that have been awarded. And this is information that is in SAM, because this information was pulling from SAM. Fun fact, we did find out that only about 20% of the contracts are actually being updated in SAM after award. Down here is another key thing that I actually really like, is when are they getting paid? So this information is actually coming from USA Spending of, roughly about when are they getting paid. And it's broken down again by quarters. You can zoom in. But my favorite piece is the NAICS. So currently, it's pulling for whatever our NAICS code is. And I know when I first started with government contracting, I just picked a NAICS code because it was, one I thought was great. I'd heard one of my agencies was using it. Come to find out, it was not the best NAICS code for what I was doing because I wasn't actually being able to pull a whole lot of opportunities with it. And so this is where you can help. Is I'm just going to select my NAICS here, and you're going to see all the different NAICS codes that they actually utilize, and maybe, hey, this one is better. Let's go look at that one. Yeah, they're using other scientific and technical consulting services. So maybe that might be one that I would select and go, hey, let's add this to our NAICS that we're using, maybe be one of our primary NAICS codes or what you search by. So great tool that way. As you can see, you can hover over it and it's going to tell you what the NAICS codes are and help with that. Okay, let's actually go into the businesses. We're done with the home page right now. I want to take you into the business section. So in here, hey Denise, thanks for joining me, is our business section. So as you can see, we have over 115,000 businesses that are doing government contracting. Has their information to include their revenue for the last 12 months, when their last contract award was, their top NAICS codes they use, and their PSC codes now. We are getting more information each month. We're able to get a little bit more in there to give everybody even more information to be able to do their research on. Over here on the left, we now have it so you can set by certification. So if you're looking for a specific certification, if you want to look for woman-owned small businesses, and maybe down here, so when you're looking for, teaming up with other contractors, or even if you're looking for primes, you want to pick one that's actually doing more than what you're doing, especially for when you're looking to do subcontracting, because they're going to be more of your target businesses. They're going to have more opportunities for you to do. So, you can select the revenue. You can also select what country they're in or their state and territory. So if you run across a contract and it's in, let's say, Colorado, and I want to see all the companies that are in Colorado that might be able to, I could partner up with them to work on this contract. So this is where I would go, and I would filter them all out. I mean, you can even go down as, let's pick we'll do an alphabetical order, and let's just, see we have Boulder. So you can see all these companies that are doing business in that area. Now you can narrow it down even further and say, I want to know for my NAICS code. So over here on the bottom left, let's just pick this one NAICS code. So these would be my target companies that I would reach out to and say, hey, I have this opportunity that I would really like to talk to you about. You meet potential, partnering or subcontracting or anything like that. So that's kind of a great way to do some market research. Any point you can clear out everything up here at the top. I'm actually going to show you another feature, or a little bit more in-depth feature. Let's see. I think it was this one. I was in here messing around. Okay, yes. So in here you can see their certifications, their phone number. This one actually didn't have points of contact, so we are getting more points of contact. That information slowly feeding in because it's coming from USA Spending. We do have it, so we are going to be feeding in even more information for you. And then you have up here on the capabilities. So you can plug in capabilities. That's what this little wrench is for. So let's just add in data. Okay, we're just going to create that. Oh, we do have to refresh our page. We're going to refresh our page real quick. There we go. All right, so we're going to say, what, I know that they do data analytics. You can add all those capabilities in there. And what that does is it gives you kind of a keyword search for companies. So when you are going through and you're meeting companies and you're learning more about them, you can start plugging that information in, and that'll help you when you start looking at all these opportunities out there of, hey, it's a something to deal with data analytics. I want to know all the companies out there that I've already networked with that does this, that I can say, hey, this is what's coming out. Are you interested? You can add the point of contact information in here to include their LinkedIn profile, and you can add multiple because sometimes you may not get the CEO, you might get somebody else, and it's always good to have that information because you want to know who to actually reach back out to. All right, so that's a little bit about the business side of the house. And okay, we're actually going to move on to the agencies now. All right, so for the agencies, you can do a little bit more deep dive. Let's go down to Department of Energy. Okay, so you can select any of these, or you can do a little bit of a deeper dive, because each, as you can see, department and sub-agency, there we go. Scroll all the way through, let's just pick one. Okay, so when you come in here, you can actually have all the POCs. Now, we have run across, so like Department of Veteran Affairs, sometimes they like to name all the Department of Veteran Affairs the same name. So in some of it they may not utilize anymore, the agency ID. And so we've added that agency ID in here to help navigate that, so you know, okay, this is the one that actually has the contacts that I'm looking for. In here for resources, this is where you can put in their social media. Some of them actually do have social media. You can add that link, their website. What I like to do with this is I like to go to their website, look for their forecast report, and actually put that link in here. So when I want to go look at their forecast report, I don't have to do the multiple tabs up here at the top. I can actually come in here and go, you know what, what's going on with the Idaho Operations Office? Let's see what's in their forecast report. Click on it, go in there, and quick, easy, and you have all of that right here. Again, you can add any capability, so anything that you find on those forecast reports, or if you see sources sought notices, or even contracts out there that are worded, because some of these contracts go out for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. You can put all that information in here so you can kind of watch those trends as well. And you can put in what product and service codes, so the PSC codes that they're looking for. We have all those in there. Their NAICS codes, all of that information. So you can plug all that information in there. So when you go back to the agencies page, you can see I've already plugged some information in here. And say you want to just do a quick search. Let's just look at, we want to find everything in the Department of Energy for, let me plug that one more in, for that NAICS code. It's going to filter all that information out, or the PSC codes as well. And that way you have it, it's all right there, you can grab it, and then you can go and go run with it. So that's our agencies piece of it. Now let's go into the opportunities. All right, so here's all the opportunities. And what this does initially is it'll pull everything that you've entered in the front of the system on that home page where I added these extra 3 NAICS codes in here. It's going to pull all that information automatically. So in this opportunity section, this is where I do my quick searches. If I want to know, let's just say I want to keep those NAICS codes, but I want to know what solicit. Let's actually go down. Yeah, so I want to know what sources sought notices are out there. Okay, hit one button, I get all the sources sought notices for those NAICS codes, and then I can go in and start looking at that. Now, when this source is going to take you, when you click on that link, it's going to take you right to sam.gov, right to that solicitation. Of course, my computer's running a little slow today. And there you go. You're right there. You can go in there. You can pull that information without having to be logged into SAM, which is great. Let's say, let's clear everything out. And let's say I want to, I'm looking for 8A businesses, because I come across an 8A contracts, because I've got a a potential teaming partner that's 8A, and I want to look and see what's out there. And you can come down here, you can search by specific NAICS codes. Just pick one in there. Nope, not that one. Trying to remember one of my other NAICS codes. It escaped me. That's okay. Click those out. Again, but you can plug in whatever NAICS code in here. 10. I always forget the extra one in there. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any 8A set-asides for that NAICS code. However, there's a woman-owned small business one. The other thing is you can look for place of performance. So say you live in California. You want to look for solicitations out there for California. You can select that. It's going to bring everything that's in California for you to do. So that's kind of the quick search on that piece of it. Now we can come over here to the interactive report. This is another favorite part of my system. And let's just go to the primary report. So in here, it's all the solicitations that are out there. And let's do the date posted this way. Okay. And you can see there's a document. So you don't, again, have to go back into SAM. You can actually just come in here and say, I want to see those documents. I don't want to go into SAM. You can just download it and you can access it right then and there. And review it real quick, see if it's something that you can do, and then move on. So the one great thing about this is you can actually build a bunch of reports for yourself. So as you can see in here, I've got a few of them that I've already built. But you know what? Let's build one real quick. Let me make sure I'm not building the same one. Okay, so we're going to come into the actions. You're going to hit columns because you know what? Maybe I don't want to see the document, so we're going to remove that. Everything that's on the right is what's displayed in the report. Everything on the left is stuff that's not displayed. So you can mix and match whatever works for you. You can reorganize it. So say I want the title right next to the link. And I don't want the agency up there at the top. I mean, you can reorganize it, whatever makes sense to you. Okay, and so from here, I want to go in and let's do a filter. Let's filter out by agency. I just want to see everything, and you can type it in. So let's do department. Nope, it's not. It's being. We're just going to scroll down. We'll do NASA. Hit apply, and now this is all the solicitations that are out there for NASA. And so say I want to narrow it down even further, and I just want to know what was posted for NASA within the last week. So I'm going to go select posted date. I'm going to select is in the last, I'm going to put 7 days. Apply. Okay, so this is going to show all the contracts out there that NASA has put out in the last 7 days. Looks like there's been 16 of them. And now what I want to do is I want to save this report. So again, you're just going to come back up here to actions. You're going to hit report, save report. We're going to NASA in the last 7 days. Okay, apply, and now I have a saved report. And now anytime I want to come in and look at these reports, I can just go in, click any one of those reports, review them. Another thing that I could do, as you can see, I've got the industry days in here, is say I want this report sent to me anytime there's something new comes out. We can do that for you. So you're going to come back in here to actions. You're going to go to to subscriptions. You can download these reports as well, but I want it to be sent to me. So you can put it in any format you like. I prefer Excel. It goes to your email address you have in there. You can change the subject line. It automatically defaults to what you've named the document. And then the frequency. So you can have it daily, weekly, monthly. And what it'll do is anytime, if you have this on, it says skip if no data found. So you're not going to get spammed every day if nothing's updated in SAM. So I want a daily report, but it's only going to send me that report when I've updated it. Or not when I've updated, when SAM has been updated, if the agency's put something in. The start date, I want to do it today. I don't really worry about the time. And then the date. Yeah, I can go, clear out 2029. All right. And then you hit apply. And what that does is you'll get an email every day that there's an update. And that way you have that spreadsheet you can run through really quick, see what's been updated, and then, go on about your day. And not have to be in SAM. I know right now because I have updates already set up through SAM, I have to log into the system and then run through them. Here, I can do a quick scan through, look at the title, and see, okay, yes, it applies, no, it doesn't, and just run through that. And then I can go in here and go, okay, I like this one. I'm going to go to SAM, do a little bit more review on it. But again, in here, you can also pull the documents too. So a lot of great information in here and a lot of cool tips and tricks that you can do to help. Again, our whole goal was to help small businesses navigate the government contracting realm, do their market research, and make it easier for them to source contracts as well. So I want to thank you again for joining me today. And, I want to leave. It's just telling me you didn't save something, but that's okay. So again, thank you for joining me this evening. And if you're interested in GovCon Core Apps or application, it is available in 2 different ways. You can go to govconcoreapps.com. It is a link that is scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now. Or you can go, it's also available through SB Money Flow as well as one of the add-ons to that application. So there's 2 ways you can get it. Right now we have a special going on of $97 a month or $970 for the year. We have a lot of great stuff coming out over the next several months. We're pretty excited about, and it's just going to make the system even better to help us navigate the government contracting realm. Thanks again for joining me. If you watched the replay, please put replay in the chat. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, like, share, follow our page, and we have a lot more tips. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.